he on about? Float therapy. Not too many things feel better than this. Treat yourself well. Well, we can tell by your face you've been doing that. Well, let's see what you've got to say.
Man, what's up, everybody? It's your boy One Time. We here at Best Day Fitness and Float, man. You know what I'm saying? I already got my own gym work in today. I'm not getting that fitness work. I'm gonna get my cardio in tonight. But for right now, we're gonna get this therapeutic float on, baby. If you don't know, now you know.
Well, no,
that Epsom salt, 1,000 pounds. 1,000 pounds. I'm about to soak it all up. One love.
Well, did he say he's got salt in it? Well, you certainly won't be catching scurvies anytime soon. Well, he didn't catch scurvy, that's for certain. He seemed to have had a very different detrimental effect on Keith Thurman's mental health. Because suddenly he's on video, cutting all that hair off. I mean, that video was in December. That was December the 6th. It's dated December the 6th. We are now January the 15th. January 15th, and here's Keith Thurman. Well, I think he put this video up yesterday, so we can say about January the 14th. And here's Keith Thurman. He's cut his hair off like Britney, and he's going crazy, threatening to punch an octogenarian in Bob Arum. I don't know, somewhere in his body or his face. That's a threat.
Bob Arum, okay? That's what's gonna happen. Fuck Bob Arum, all right? Why you talking shit, Bob? Keep your goddamn mouth shut. Keep your goddamn mouth shut, Bob. You want a cheap ass fight? Psst, I'll punch you in your shit for free. How about that? That was the only cheap ass shit you're gonna get out of me. I'll give you a free lick, boy. Bob, you a piece of shit. You one of the worst fucking promoters in the game, okay? All of your great fighters left your ass. Crawford, he about to leave your ass. It ain't my fault you can't afford a great fight, okay? You cheap as shit. You can barely pay your own fighters good money, okay? That ain't my fault. And now you mad because the PBC opponents, you can't afford a PBC fighter. You can't afford us, Bob. I'm sorry. Look, Bob, stop talking shit, all right? Stop talking shit. You're a horrible fucking promoter. You got all this talent, you can't do shit with it. You got ESPN backing you. They don't got no money, Bob. You can barely help Terrence Crawford make any real money. He's one of the best fighters you've had for years. Years. He can't make no money. I don't need no $10 million. But I need some respect. And the respect come in the check. All right? The respect come in the check. Ain't my fault that I'm an opponent and I'm worth more money than your champion, your undefeated welterweight champion. That ain't my fault. That's your fault, Bob. That's your fault, Bob. Terrence Crawford wants to fight Sean Porter. Terrence Crawford wants to fight Keith Thurman. Terrence Crawford wants a great fight. Your fucking promoter can't afford it, Terrence.
Let's go. So this is a new posted cover of the magazine Boxing News. And it just occurred to me how big they decided to make Ryan Garcia compared to everybody else on the cover. Obviously, they're trying to promote the division, but they've already selected the person that they want you to pay attention to. The person who, in my opinion, hasn't really done that much, has less accolade than anybody else. Just about everybody else on the cover of this magazine has got a belt of some sort of significance. Even if you want to question the belt of Devin Haney, and look where they put Devin Haney, right at the back there. The guy is supposedly the undisputed champion, regardless of whether you agree with it or not, is beneath the guy supposedly wearing a crown. Not to talk of the old lion himself, Lomachenko. Now they put Gervonta Davis sort of above him, but smaller. But the person who dominates this image is Ryan Garcia. And I can assure you there's a purpose behind that. Just as much as there's a purpose of sticking Devin Haney in the back. So in my humble opinion, the whole Chris Eubank Jr. experiment has gone terribly wrong. It's been poorly executed. I think that the problem really does lie, the onus and the responsibility of this failure of Chris Eubank going from the very top to this sort of mediocre level of promotion and fighter belongs solely to Chris Eubank Sr., who believed that he could bring the attitude and the mentality of a fighter into the promotional and business arena and be successful. And it's proven to be two separate worlds altogether, a world that he is totally unprepared for, and he's done incredible damage to the reputation and the career of Chris Eubank Jr. How does Chris Eubank Jr. go from all the heady heights of being one of the premier fighters in the UK to this almost ridiculous, laughable figure? A person who's being mocked because he moved to 168 just to grab the IBO belt. Now, I didn't have a problem with that, but the promotion behind it, his attitude altogether, I don't know whether he told his son to sort of maintain this sort of aloofness and this arrogance and so on, that hasn't paid off. It would have been better for Chris Eubank Jr. to be likable. It hasn't helped, because each and every time people were rooting for him to fucking fail. He did wonderful things in boxing, as a matter of fact, but because of the way he fights and because of his attitude altogether, he's not likable. Not a lot of people wanted to support him, and people were more, I mean, it's okay to be the heel, but it's got to pay off. If it doesn't pay off, then that's it. His father was a bit of a heel. His father would come in with this level of arrogance, you know what I mean, that used to wind people up. People want to see him get beaten up. He managed to sort of monetize that, to gain financial success from it, calling himself simply the best. But Chris Eubanks Jr., unfortunately, has failed. I mean, yes, he's been successful. I mean, the guy gets his house robbed, and people are almost rooting for the robbers. It is what it is. So that being said, I wish him the best, but I don't think that you go from Matchroom or you go from Frank Warren to Matchroom to Al Heyman, ITV having this fight. I mean, everything's just been a mess. It's been an absolute mess, and I've got to be honest here. Chris Eubank Sr.'s got to. I think Chris Eubank Sr.'s got to give it a rest, man. He's got to. I think he's just got to be a father. He's got to be a support. He's got to be a support. But I don't think he's as good at the business as he believes he is. He's not good at it at all. I think there's a lot of these fathers, right, who go, and I think that might be the case. I hope Bill Haney doesn't end up like that. I see Bill Haney doing the same thing. You know what I mean? They think they know best. They think they know better. They think it's easy. They think they can just bring their personality and bravado. And Bill Haney's not even a fighter. But I don't know. But you know, this thing takes years to be good at. And they see Eddie Hearn. They think like it's just a matter of like, oh, this young guy. This guy was raised in this thing. It is what it is, though.